in the 43rd minute to stun the Super Eagles just going into the changing rooms. So they've got work to do in the second half. They'll have to attack. They'll have to try and get that goal. Otherwise, it's going to be Morocco who will be crowned winners of this 5th edition of the competition. But I think that Nigeria will go out and they realise now that they've got nothing to lose. They have to attack. They have to go and score goals. And, well, they'll have to have their own Marvel comic heroes on the pitch today for the second half to get themselves the goals that... a goal that would restore parity. Can't allow Morocco to shred their defence, which is what's happening quite constantly with the formidable front line that the Atlas Lions possess. With El Kabi, of course, Hadraf now scoring a goal, and El Haddad on the left-hand side, who's on the right-hand side. They switch flanks constantly just to confuse the Nigerian back four. But the rain continues to pour here in Casablanca. We're only minutes away from the start of the second half. But these Moroccan fans, despite the rain, are enjoying themselves very much so. They've seen a very entertaining first 45 minutes from their team. And they are looking deadly moving forward. Coming into this final, of course, they'd scored, what, 7 goals in the group stage, and 5 more in the knockout phase. And now, of course, goal number 13. That's a pretty good record, I must admit, for any team competing in this competition. To make it to the final, of course, you have to have played 5 matches. So they're in a pretty good position. They're looking very strong, they're looking well organised. And the fact that Jamal Salami has brought on Hadraf instead of Ben Sharkey for kickoff has proved to be very, very wise indeed. Nigeria just not gelling together in the midfield and the forwards, kind of hesitant moving forward. I think that now that they've conceded a goal, they really don't have any options but to attack. The Nigerian players and the Moroccan players coming out of the tunnel just behind that goal to the left-hand side. And Yusuf Salisu has obviously advised his defenders, Eze and co, to be well organised on the set pieces. I mean, they're just leaving these Moroccan forwards with too much space, and they've just got to be very stringent with their marking. That's what it comes down to. And they have to push up and attack themselves, because now that they've gone a goal down, they don't have any choice in the matter but to attack, to try and score goals, to try and get themselves into this final. Otherwise, it's going to be a big celebration here in Casablanca and across Morocco. This big competition, the second biggest competition in the continent, behind the Total African Cup of Nations, of course, only in its 5th edition. Here we go then for the second half, with El Kabi getting the game underway. We are about to get down to business. Let's see what they can do. They're already off down the left-hand side, keeps the ball in play. El Kabi again is working very hard. The cross coming into the penalty area, and the goalkeeper comes out. But there was a little bit of a misunderstanding between the defender and the goalkeeper. Ajiboye Hadraf lofts the ball into the penalty area. El Haddad looking to try and latch onto that. And the ball picked up by Gabriel, who's got support there with Ozas. Ball comes out wide to Ikwem. Orji, captain. It's a decent through ball, picked up in the middle by Ali, and out wide. It's Ozas. Ozas cuts inside, tries to find one of his teammates, Gabriel, unable to get hold of that, and it's Morocco who will comfortably construct from the back. That's a good ball to El Kabi. El Kabi, El Haddad's in an offside position. Nigeria pinched the ball in the midfield. Ojo with a decent ball going up into the middle, but it's been cut out by the men at the back. Benoun Yamik, very solid. Nahiri takes the ball forward. Good 1-2 played with Hadraf. Moses, Nahiri, there's the challenge, and he needs to be very careful. Moses already on a yellow card. He's already got a yellow card. He's going to get a red card. He's going off. Moses is picking up his second yellow, and a clumsy challenge sees him heading to the subs bench. He'll play no further part in this final. Well, 18 years of age, the Plateau United player, of course, is just down in the dumps. He can't believe it. At the same time, clumsy challenges. We'll see from the replay in a moment. Despite the Nigerian players, the captain talking to the referee from Gambia, of course, Mr. Gassama. And there's the second yellow, and the teenager, he's not going to miss the next match. He is just going off. It's game over for him. The fact that he's missing the rest of the second half is a massive blow to Nigeria. Well, it's a blatant foul, isn't it? Nahiri, he just scythed him down big time. And the referee is a very good referee, I'm afraid, has could do nothing else but to send him off the pitch. Tough times for Nigeria. They're a goal down, and now they have a player less for the next 42 minutes plus. Basically the entire second half. Hadraf has the ball at his feet. Morocco looking for goal number 2. Into the penalty area it goes, and Saidi unable to well, get his head on that. El Haddad going down the left-hand side, tries to get a cross in. It's kicked away by Ali at the front post. Well, this is not turning into a favourable situation for Nigeria. El Haddad, they have to fight, but there again, they managed to beat Sudan 1-0 with one player sent off. They need to get that goal. Here's El Haddad lofting the ball over the top. Hadraf is here, takes the ball, good first touch, tries to get a cross in, and that comes off the left back Ikwem, and Hadraf wins the corner. Takes it quickly with Nahiri. Oh, he's just shown too much of that to Ojo. Oh, there's no need for the theatricals. That's really not cool by Hadraf. There was a bit of contact, but he's not going to make a song and dance about that. Come on. Didn't even touch him. Could potentially pick up a yellow card for that. But in any case, well, the rain started again, of course, because the second half was kicked off. Goes without saying. Ball pass back to the goalkeeper. Ajiboye puts it on his left foot. High ball up towards the front men, Gabriel and Jabira with a nice little through ball, but it's been cut out there quite comfortably. Nigeria pushing forward, winning the free kick there. You can just see that Ogbo going down just inside of his own half. And is that a yellow card for Boularud? I believe it is. Yes, it is. 24-year-old FUS Rabat player picking up the first yellow for Morocco. And there it is. Ogbo going down. Free kick for Nigeria. Going down into the corner. Ball picked up by Ogbo. Tries to find a little bit of space. Can he get a crossover? Well, he does, but it's been cut out very easily there by Benoun. El Kati comes back, and here's Jabira. Long ball upfield. Nice turn there by El Kabi. Just pushed the ball a little bit too far. Throwing it is for Nigeria. Okpotu, here he is. An important player will replace Ogbug. It's got to be more offensive. Now Okpotu already showed that he's capable of scoring goals. He's coming on to replace Chukwudebubi Ogbug. Anthony Okpotu, the Lobi Stars, leading goal scorer in Nigeria. In the Nigeria Premier League. Well, here they are going down the right-hand side. Nahiri. Bit of a deflection there. That's very well won, that is, by Orji, the captain. And here's Okpotu, already getting himself involved. And that was a decent pass. Well, they have to be more accurate than that. Well, that's a free kick. Benoun just backpedaling, bringing down Rabiu Ali. Come on. There's Ojo. Oh, there's just a little slip. Need to be careful. It's very damp on this pitch, of course. But Hadraf has the ball at his feet, and he's got plenty of space. Decent cross coming into the penalty area at the far post, and the turn for two. Oh, it's just a little bit of a turn, maybe showing too much. Jabira puts it on his left foot. That's a great shot. What a great save that follows from Ajiboye. Jabira with a wonderful strike. Just put it on his right foot, unleashed a cracking strike at goal, and parried away by the Plateau United goalkeeper. Here's the corner, fired high into the penalty area. Saidi working with Hadraf, little flick. Oh, that was very cunning. Hadraf nearly picking it up. Ikwem. The corner for Hadraf. Morocco looking for goal number 2. And the delivery is decent to the far post. Surely it's in the back of the net. How that didn't go in. And that was a brilliant save there again from Ajiboye, who came to the rescue. There was plenty of space there for El Kabi to get a good strike in. And he could pick his spot as well. The goalkeeper just smothering his shot valiantly to prevent Morocco from taking a 2-0 lead. They take it quickly. And El Kabi protects the ball, but comes back. Here's Ali coming back. Oh, they've just given the ball back to Hadraf. He's just teasing everybody. That's surely going to be a decent header on goal, El Kabi. Free header. A free header for the Moroccan hitman with 8 goals to his name. And he couldn't deliver on that occasion. Nigeria launch a high ball up towards Gabriel. who's frustrated, playing second fiddle to these very tall and strong centre-backs. Good work from El Haddad. Jabira looking to play the 1-2. It's kicked off El Haddad, and it's going to be a goal kick for Nigeria. Now Oladapo is going to come on for Rabiu Ali. And no chance. You have to attack now. And the long ball just going out. It's going to be a throw in for Nahiri. 12 minutes in to the second half. Nigeria will need to score a goal. And the little header there by El Kabi, not in the path of Hadrath. Score of the only goal. Now, Nigeria over on that far side. Oladapo unable to tidy things up, but Nigeria, and they get the ball on the left-hand side. El Haddad is there. He's got El Kabi. There's Hadrath coming into the midfield as well. El Kati forced to go a little bit back there. And that little flick is just not good enough, I'm afraid. Nigeria. Spreading the ball out. It's a good little turn. That is very slick play. Decent ball over into the penalty area. Nigeria looking to try and get the goal. And that is a flag that went up over on the far side, but danger lurking there. And good play by Gabriel. And a change for Boulouroud. And he will be replaced by El Mehdi Barhama. He's the Asfar midfielder. So it's a straight change. Barhama's live wire as well. Boulouroud working very hard in the midfield. Working hard to try and win those battles, and Ikuema doing well. Here he is again, just 18 years of age. No handball. Desperate defending. The ball's come to El Kabi. El Kabi doesn't have much assistance here, and that's a decent ball. That is Benoon. He's got support outside, going for the chip into the penalty area. Oh, it's come off! I don't believe that's so close. Another volley and a Greta shot coming in. It's in the back of the net. They got the goal. El Kati makes it 2-0 for Morocco. How about that? And there they are celebrating. The Atlas Lions have really, really worked hard to get themselves this far, and they are on fire, these guys. Well, first of all, look at this. El Kaabi's overhead, again, coming off the woodwork. Jabira puts the ball back, great strike there. And there's El Kati, I think it was El Haddad who got the long-range shot. And just look at that, the left foot. Before it was with his right foot, I think. Sensational stuff from Morocco. And that's a good finish there for El Kati, who scores his second goal in this 5th edition of the Total African Nations Championship 2018 here in Morocco. Well, very quick to react, El Kati, and that's 2-0. How can Nigeria get back into this? El Kati, of course, playing here. This is his home ground. Bigger player for Wydad Athletic Casablanca, winner of the Total African Champions League back in November. And these Moroccan fans coming out in the cold, coming out in the rain, and they came here for a reason. They are sitting on a 2-goal cushion, and it's pretty comfortable for them at the moment. Nigeria have lost one of their forwards, Moses, 2 yellow cards. Il Yamik, solid in defence, linking up with Benoun, both of Raja Casablanca. Ikueb will take a long throw, kind of like Daniel James's. Decent delivery, the ball comes over, and it's taken very easily, very well by Zeniti. And it's thrown out to the left-hand side. Jabira going on the attack once again. It's a through ball, and they've beaten the offside trap. An opportunity, a decent pass into the middle. Oh, surely going to be there. Oh, it's 3-0. Hadraf scores his second. Well, it's just one-way traffic now. But this Moroccan side, Jamal Salami, is on cloud 9. This is just very difficult for Nigeria, and it came from a little slip at the back, a charge down that left side, a quick counter-attack, and then afterwards the ball kind of punched away, and a very fine finish there by Hadraf. 2 goals for Hadraf now. Bit of a misunderstanding between Eze and Ajiboye. Boom, in she goes. Hadraf scoring either side of the break. Communication, guys, need to talk to each other. Well, it was just set up perfectly for Hadraf, and the Raja Casablanca man having a brilliant game. Nigeria are very much under pressure now. Here they go again. Jabira cutting inside. They can't remain deflated. Hadraf, no, I don't believe it. He's not going to score a hat-trick, is he? Tries to go into the penalty area, tries to go down, gets a decent crossing. He's there. It's El Kati over to the left-hand side. Jabira's shot, it's a decent one, and that's only been given back to Hadraf. What options has he got? Well, on that occasion, he doesn't get a decent crossing, and it's kicked away quite comfortably. And that ball coming off Nahiri's foot. And a throw in for Nigeria. Ojibwe under. Oh, it's just difficult, isn't it? High ball over the top. It's a perfect way to set up your World Cup campaign. First time in 20 years that Morocco have qualified for the FIFA World Cup. Last time was in France, 1998. Here, They're on the verge of a very memorable African Nations Championship campaign. World Cup year as well. A team that have plenty of talent. Nahiri this time. Cuts inside. Can he get his goal? It's straight at the goalkeeper. That was a very wily run there by the right back. They're all at it, aren't they? Ball's cut out by Nahiri, who's already back in position. The rain is absolutely bucketing it down. Everybody's drenched who's not covered by the grandstand roof. A very wet night indeed. It's definitely not dampening the Atlas Lions' spirits, because they have put themselves in such a comfortable position here halfway through the second half. Nigeria losing Moses, the Plateau United forward, the second yellow card. That's a beautiful, they've ripped open that Nigerian defence once again. Jabira trying to get a cross in, surely it's going to be there. Oh, a point blank save there by the goalkeeper. Ajiboye does very well, but El Kabi, you've got to do better than that, come on. He hits the target with wonderful overhead kicks, but point blank header with only the goalkeeper to beat, and he can't find his corner. And midfield Atuloma goes down. Look at that. Yeah, too close comfort, I'm afraid. Yeah, he knows that should have been in the back of the net. Well, it's a very rich performance from Morocco. I think that Nigeria have just suffered in the fact that they have players who are injured and suspended. They're definitely missing their goalkeeper Ezenwa, who had a sterling campaign. This is Atuloma, who's going to the sidelines. See if he can carry on. We've also got Ifani and Daniel James. And Morocco just putting so much pressure on this defence. Hadrath, it's not a good shot. And El Haddad unable to get himself. It's a free kick, isn't it? Just a tug of the shirt. And Morocco taking it quickly. They're keen to get things going. Hadrath has got so much space over on this. And that's going to be a free kick. Well, he's just gone down once again, hasn't he, Atuloma? Bit of a body check by Nahiri. Just received treatment. He's already being hit. Ojo. Atuloma. It's a long ball. Okpotu hasn't even touched the ball really since he came on. Now this is better, Nigeria. There's a runner up forwards, up front with Gabriel. There's Ikuem, cuts inside. That's very well played. Ojo. Now they've got a player on the far side as well if they want to just open it up. Atuloma gets the ball out wide to Ozas. They need to move a little bit more movement off the ball. Of course, you've got to be running for the extra man as well. And here they go again. And this is dangerous. El Haddad. It's the ball to Saidi. And over to Nahiri on this right-hand side. Sorry, yeah, Nahiri. Morocco about to make another change pretty soon with Ahmed Hamoudan, who's another forward, the Ittihad Ready to Tanger, ERT, who play, of course, in the stadium where Nigeria were based in Group C, along with Rwanda, Equatorial Guinea and Libya. Flag went up for offside. Well, Hadraf goes off. Hadraf has done his job, and he has been outrageously good. 2 goals, 2 goals, his first goals of the competition, in fact, and well, he goes off to a very big applause from the fans. That is a marvellous 70 minutes that he's put in, and he's getting lots of credit as he heads down onto the subs bench. Hamoudan coming on to replace him. As I said, a player who based in Tangier. Look at that, 20 shots, 11, 2 shots for Nigeria. They haven't even had a shot on goal in the second half. It's been very difficult for them. Losing Moses as early as the 3rd minute of the second half has just taken away their confidence. They're playing a very lively team who are running into space, who are finding gaps, who are constantly on the move, and you've really got to work very hard. There's a good opportunity. Hamoudan is here, tries to get the ball to his teammates as El Kabi out to El Haddad, goes down towards the byline, back to El Kabi. The pass comes in, and a shot from long range. Oh, it's an ugly one. It's in the back of the net. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. El Kabi gets his 9th goal of this total African Nations Championship. They couldn't clear the danger, Nigeria, and what a remarkable story this is for the RSB player. Well, that was a botched attempt there by Nahiri, but El Kabi just pounced on that loose ball. Should have got rid of it. Ikuem, first of all. Look at that, that's a slick finish. Just touches the right boot of Ajiboye, who couldn't clear the danger. 4-0, and this is done and dusted for the Atlas Lions. Nigeria finding it very, very difficult. Hopefully they'll be able to still put up a fight for the final 18 or so minutes. Maybe get a goal or two, just to show what the Super Eagles are all about. Now, this is a situation there. We can see the goal scorers, of course, with Kabi's 72nd minute goal to make it 4. Oladapo just losing possession there. And Salahuddin Saidi getting the ball out to El Kabi. Nice ball over the top. Let's see what the control is like from El Haddad up against Osas. He's got the acceleration, putting it too far, I'm afraid. But he's most definitely got some speed, hasn't he? And when he's got his skates on, he just goes hammering down that left side. Nigeria pick the ball up. Oladapo hasn't really got an option there. Gabriel not going towards him. Too many red shirts back. And Jabira is Saidi. Nahiri. And the ball comes out wide. Well, they're just waiting, aren't they? Just waiting to pounce again. That extra player on the pitch is just making it really complicated for Nigeria. Well, here they go down the left-hand side. The ball comes across, but it's cleared this time by Eze. Corner it is for Morocco. 15 to go. And that scoreline, well, it's disheartening for the Super Eagles. They battled hard to get all the way in this competition. They're a team that didn't have the preparation time that the other nations did, but they still managed to get all the way into this final, which is already very credible. I think they just played one friendly match. I think it was against Cameroon, and that was it. It was just a few days before the start of this 5th edition. El Kabi, Saidi. Hadraf scoring a brace. There's El Kabi's goal, 73rd minute. Nahiri. Never easy to play these kind of matches when you've got such a heavy scoreline up against you. It's just not easy. But you have to remain focused. Oh, that's going to be a free kick. Nahiri pick up it's the captain Benoon who picks up a yellow card. Bringing down Ojo, Sunshine Stars FC man. Ojo getting the ball out wide to Ozas. Okpotu takes the ball in the midfield, comes back. That's what you've got to do. You've got to put in a double shift now, Nigeria. Ikuan. Back to Orji. There's Eze. High ball over the top. Okpotu's got it at his feet. An opportunity here for Nigeria. And that's going to be a corner. Goal kick, sorry. Last touch was made by Okpotu. And we have Gabriel, who's going to be replaced by this man here, Ibrahim Mustafa. The Enyimba FC player, 21 years of age. Ball goes out wide. Morocco. And here he is, Ibrahim Mustafa. Fresh legs could help their cause. Free kick, but play on. El Haddad takes the ball. That's a decent pass over there to Hamoudan, who's got the ball at his feet still. With Nahiri trying to recuperate the ball, kicked away by Ojo. Throw in for Morocco. There's a player down. Ojo still struggling to get back up on his feet. Ball goes back to Saladin Saidi. And they're off again. Jabira is the through ball. Lacking precision. Oh, that was just a little bit too long. Cut out by Yamik. Here's Barama. Back to El Yamik. Good ball down the left-hand side this time. El Haddad unable to get past Ozas. Still have the ball at their feet though with Jabira. He's using all of the players. Here's Barama. Change of flanks over to Nahiri. Nothing is going Yusuf Salisu's way. Okpotu trying to pinch the ball from the feet of Benoon, who just stays on his feet. Nigeria with Ozas. Okpotu going down onto that right-hand side, just knocked off the ball. Free kick it is for Nigeria. And we'll have another change. This time, El Kabi, scorer of 9 goals in this competition, will walk off for the last time before he goes back onto the pitch, of course, to logically pick up his trophy as the top scorer, but also the winning trophy for this total African Nations Championship. Nana comes on to replace him. Well, he's been brilliant throughout. El Kabi, player who is under the radar for many clubs, Europe and also across Africa and in the Middle East. And he's desperately trying to keep hold of him at RSB. Just over 8 minutes to go, and I don't think we'll have too much added stoppage time thrown into the mix. Atsaloma. Eze over to Ekuem. Good play from Nigeria. Yeah, that's a very good turn as well, but I'm afraid that the big men are there, and that's going to be a free kick. Well, Banoun, the captain, just taking down Ibrahim. Just came across and just made the block, didn't he? The way that he did it, though, didn't really please the referee, Mr. Gassama. Here's the free kick for Nigeria. Into the penalty box it goes. There's too many red shirts, and they're all just queuing up. Ball does come back out to Ekuem. High ball over into the penalty area. It's an opportunity, but an opportunity that really isn't looking that good. Saidi with a beautiful little move there. And over on that far side, watch out for this guy. Hamadan has got plenty of buzz. There's this shot, but it's blocked. And the ball picked up by Ojo. And over on that far side, here he is again, Ojo. Ataluma. Giving the ball away to El Haddad. Nahiri. Out for the delivery, just slowing things down. They're under no pressure at all. You look at the scoreline, the job has already been done. The damage has already been done. Morocco are in a very comfortable position here. Nahiri, Oladapo, and they've just given the ball back to Nigeria. The rain is just pelting down. It really hasn't stopped. It's been constant throughout. Good interception there by Banoun. And Ekuem trying to pick out his teammate with a throw-in, but it's just not good enough. And that left-hand side is just free. It's free to roam. It's free to go on one of those wily runs, the zigzag, mazy, slalom-esque runs that enable you to, once again, just scythe open that Nigerian defence. That's what they've been doing all night. They've got their finger on the pulse of this final, and it really was the moment when Moses picked up a second yellow card, down to 10 men, and they split the defence again. Here's El Haddad, looks to try and get the ball back, and the high ball flying over but headed away. The danger has just gone. That's a decent ball, that is, an opportunity that's just not gone to the right player, and Nigeria run out of their own half and launch a high ball upfield, and that's a good chance. But again, the greasy surface, nothing is working for Nigeria. It's just one of those matches that you just can't do anything about. Morocco 4, Nigeria 0, and we've got 2 goals scored by El Kabi, El Kati, of course, and 2 goals that have been scored by the Raja Casablanca 27-year-old winger who played such an important part in the semi-final win over Libya, 3-1 here at the same stadium, Hadraf. And I think that looking at his performance tonight, he is most definitely the total player of the match. That's a great little run down the right-hand side. Nahiri down towards the byline, pulls the ball back. He's going to go all the way. He's being cheeky. There's an opportunity. The ball put back. There's the volley, and it's been blocked. You know, we talked about the player of the match, but I think that we can also talk about the player of the competition. And there's only been one. Oh, it's a beautiful shot, but it's not on target. Very wide. It was dipping though, but it was miles off target. The player who stood out from the crowd. I think that we've seen some interesting football over the past 3 weeks. But there's one player who has just been outrageously good, and he was great tonight. He just managed to score one of the 4 goals, which was, of course, the last one. But it's the 8 other goals as well that he scored, and just the skill set that he has is phenomenal. And it is, of course, that man El Kaabi, the striker for RSB, who has just been outrageously effective and prolific in the way that he's been able to find the back of the net. He has stood out from the crowd, and he is the total player of the competition. An opportunity for a shot over on that far side. It's lifted high. I think the stewards miles behind the goal have just managed to go and pick the ball up, but just basically telling you that that was off target. Just over 2 minutes of more of agony for Nigeria before they can start to acknowledge the fact that they've been well beaten. They've been beaten by the team that has been the strongest here in Morocco. The hosts have looked solid throughout. They've scored goals, and they've looked dangerous on the attack. They've been solid in defence, and they've got players like El Haddad down there. He's going on a wander down the right-hand side. Who's he got to help him out? There's the chip over into the penalty area, but that's headed away there by Ataloma. The delivery into the penalty area once again. This time Eze meets it. Nigeria trying to push up. They're lacking numbers up front. They haven't got the players available since Moses was sent off for his second yellow card. They find themselves just trying not to concede more goals, but El Haddad picked the ball up, and there's a shot that just goes right in front of the goalkeeper, Ajiboye, and away. No more danger. Goal kicker is for Nigeria. There's the goalkeeper, Ajiboye, 27-year-old. Of course, he came in to replace Ezenwa. Ezenwa was and will be going to Russia with Nigeria for the FIFA World Cup 2018. But of course, it's not been a great night for Ajiboye. It's just been difficult. The communication at the back between him and his defenders been slightly complicated. You can see that, you know, they've been not communicating best of times. Delivery into the penalty area, a rare moment where we have the Super Eagles. Well, they're onside here, being played onside by Banoun. There's the cross into the penalty area, an overhead. Well, why not? 1 minute of added time. We're not going to mess around. This is done and dusted. This is finished. Morocco have done the job. It's their second 4-0 win in this competition, of course. They have been unplayable. Good opportunity here, little flick, and the ball is kicked off, and I think that's going to be a corner. Izzy just clearing the ball desperately. Short corner, here's El Kati. Ball picked up here by Nana. Substitute, there's the final whistle. Morocco are the winners of the Total African Nations Championship 2018. And the style in which they've accomplished their mission has been quite remarkable. They completely outplayed Nigeria tonight. They just locked them out. They didn't give them the light of day. It was very difficult for the West Africans, who just didn't manage to prise open the Moroccan defence. Very complicated. You can just see how much it means to these guys. This is Morocco's day, and for the first time they've managed to win this CHAN 2018. It's their third participation, but just look at that. It was a one-sided match from the 43rd minute, basically, when they managed to score their opening goal, scored by Hadraf, the man of the match. And then afterwards, we had a second goal scored by El Kati in the 61st minute. Hadraf scored another one just 2 minutes later, and then El Kati scoring his 9th goal of this competition in the 73rd minute to finish off. Morocco doing the job here and finishing off Nigeria, the Super Eagles. There he is, Zakaria Hadraf, the total man of the match. Totally deserved as well, if you don't mind me saying. He has been outrageously good tonight. 2 goals for this clash, and there he is with his trophy. And he has had a memorable final. He came on and he was chosen ahead of Ashraf Ben Shaki. And we can see the Moroccans and the Nigerians, they're all getting together. Don't think Nigeria can have any complaints about this. Look at this man. He's the total man of the competition. Ayoub El Kati, 9 goals he has scored. That is just remarkable. It really is. He's just shattered the record of 5 goals scored by Livin Singuluma of Zambia back in 2009. Now these Moroccan players are celebrating. This is a big victory for them, and they had to come through qualification by beating Egypt, of course, thinking that they would be heading off to Kenya in January. They didn't know at that time that they would be playing here in their own backyard. They played every single match here in Casablanca because they finished top of their group, Group A. They didn't lose a single match. 2 wins and a goalless draw against Sudan, 7 goals scored. And that enabled them to play their quarter-final clash here.